SanAntonioGolf.com, your place to visit for finding the best trip quickly and fast. And it'll be the best golf trip you have all year when you come visit SanAntonioGolfDestination.com. I'm Connie Black. We have a very exciting day today. Very exciting. We're at Lajitas, Texas, which is a suburb of Terlingua, and a whole bunch of you probably know about Terlingua and their fantastic chili festival every year. That's gone by, and all we've got down here is good weather and golf, and then a lot of things to do at the Lajitas Resort here. I'm at the resort, just a few feet away from the Thirsty Goat Saloon, actually, and then right across the hallway here is Candelia, the fine restaurant here. I'm going to have some quail here in a few minutes after the show's over, so looking forward to that. What are we doing here? Trying to feature the best golf here in the state of Texas. I want to find that golf, and I want to feature it, and I want to share it with you. Fun, a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of stories and articles to be told out of this. It's unbelievable. I took Amtrak out of Houston, had breakfast, and watched the sunrise in San Antonio, and got to Lajitas, and you just can't believe how beautiful it is here. If you've never been to Big Bend, and you've never seen these mountains, well, you're really missing something. And I recommend you come do all of it and play some golf. Let me tell you a little bit about the resort. It's kind of a modern day western town. Really, really classy, really classic. This week there's going to be a ton of photos that I post in all the Silver Star marketing niches. So I'll be sharing that with you. You'll be able to check back here on the website later, and there'll be a link to a whole lot of the photos. And then I partnered with some people, and I'm going to allow them to use the photos. They're so good, so breathtaking. I could use the whole 30 minutes of the show and try to describe to you how beautiful this place is. You're just not going to believe it until you see it. The photos will help a little bit, and we're videotaping this whole thing today. We're going to put it on YouTube, spread the word even further. But I mean, it's just breathtaking. And it starts when you drive out of Alpine into Terlingua, and each mile you go, it gets a little bit better. And come to the end of the road, that's Lajitas, Texas. Lajitas is Spanish for flat rock. Maybe even some certain kind of flat rock. Still can't determine that, but Lajitas and the resort is the end of the road. When you get to Lajitas, when you get to the golf course, you can't go any further. There's the river right there, and on the other side of it, I hit a golf ball today just to do it over into Mexico. That's how close Mexico is to us here. So, fascinating place, fascinating. Historic, even if you don't golf, come see this beauty and take in some of the history. This next 30 minutes is going to go by really fast. Golly, I could spend easy an hour telling you about the resort, and I could do an easy 2-hour golf show just telling you about the golf course. And no, we're going to have to all condense it in. I've already wasted 5 minutes here. At least we started out right with Sunny Sweden singing Please Be San Antonio. Gotta love that. Just gotta love that. Oh, I just barely got both computers working just in the nick of time. And stressful day. Left Houston Friday night, supposed to pull out at 10 o'clock. And of all things, the Amtrak station's about the size of most people's bathroom people for Houston, Texas, so it was jam full. And so the train ran late, and we were there for the next 2 hours, waiting, of course, for the train to arrive. You can't leave without the train. It only leaves westbound, going to San Antonio and Alpine and El Paso and then over to Los Angeles. It only leaves every other day. So, I mean, they had to stay there. But we finally got to the train, and I got on it, and it's very nice. It's almost, the coaches themselves are almost like being in first class on an airplane. A lot of leg room, a lot of room. They told us 71 people on the train that day. I got to know probably 30 of them. Everybody seemed really, really nice, and it's really an interesting way to travel. So Houston to San Antonio, a few hour layover in San Antonio. They hooked us up to the Texas Eagle Limited is the name of the rail that goes over from San Antonio, and we passed through Del Rio, we passed through Sanderson, got to see a lot of desert country. Of all things, some of it was great. There was actually water standing in Del Rio. They just had a rain, it became a pretty good soaker, and we left that, and by God, it looked like it had rained several months in the west of the desert. It looked very bad. Everything had turned powdery, and it was tough looking desert. I know it's desert, but even this desert looked really, really bad. So I hope the whole state is soaking, and the desert needs some of it just to catch up a little bit. And very, very interesting. Train pulled into Alpine. Guys fixed me up with a rental car just like that. It was raining in Alpine. Let me add that. So it's not dry everywhere. There's little spots of rain from here and there. We're having a beautiful sunset right now. I'm kind of distracted from doing the radio show because the sun's setting over some mountains out here to the west. And man, I tell you, it's really, really gorgeous. I did take a ton of photos both of the resort and of the golf course today. And I'm going to share those, and hopefully it whets your appetite here. I'm going to try to get back out in either January or February and play some more golf. I loved it that much. I mean, unfortunately, I need to go back to work sometime this week, or I would stay here. I made good friends with Jennifer. She's my bartender. Fixed me up with a bone-in quail last night. No, bone-in pork chop. Quails tonight. The bone-in pork chop last night was just great. Had a great glass of red wine with it. Oh, quite enjoyable. We got to see the Dallas Cowboys stomp a mud hole in Tampa Bay, and I feel sorry for everybody that's listening in. Either here it is on Sunday afternoon or whatnot, but unbelievable in the NFL how the underdogs, undefeated, went crazy this weekend. The Texans blew it. The Green Bay Packers are no longer undefeated, and that's another reason to be out here playing golf for you, man. Watch all that stuff. That drive me crazy. All right, let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. Let me tell you a little bit here about the resort. One of the things that's unknown here is how many things there are to do besides playing golf. And I mean, there's just really a comprehensive list. I'm going to hit some of the high points. Of all things, you come here and you can ride horses. You can raft or canoe down the Rio Grande. You can rent a Jeep and go up into the mountains and go out into the desert. There's bicycling. There's bird watching. Big Bend National Park is the nearest park just down the road a few miles. Presidio is 50 miles away basically, and the drive between Lajitas and Presidio is one of the 10 most scenic drives in the United States. So not very many people know that. It's just awesome. It's your mouth stays engaged the whole time. You can go fishing here. Of all things, okay. He's my man to take you shooting a little bit. There's all kinds of shooting here. There's two kinds of sport play shooting, and then some other kind of play shooting. I don't know what that is. And then there's a Western adventure shooting deal where you walk through an old Western town, and the targets and things pop up in the animated fashion in front of you. So that sounds very, very interesting. You got to come here sometime and go to the spa. That's probably how to come do this thing right. Just come play golf one day, and the next day get a massage, spend some time in the pool or the hot tub, get those muscles loosened back up, and then go out and try to beat your score from the previous day. Don't forget, don't lose focus of why I'm trying to tell you these things. I want you to stay in Texas and experience the best golf experience you can. And I believe, from what I've seen today, one of them is in Lajitas. So put it on your bucket list. Come, if everybody in the family or everybody in the group's not a golfer, no big deal. There are lots of other things to do here. I know I'm leaving out for you. Let me look down the list and do it. Swimming, wildlife beauty. I got to say, even on the golf course today, I saw turkeys, I saw roadrunners. I was looking for some rattlesnakes, and they didn't see me, and I didn't see them. But it's always a thought when you're hearing the rattlesnake. Bend Ranch State Park is different than Big Bend National Park, but they're both right here. Ah, you can take a Jeep tour and go to Buena Suerte, the ghost town tour. So it's just unbelievable how many things there are to do here. There's an RV park in the area. I'm going to talk here in a minute about the pro shop. You're not even going to believe that. So, unbelievable. I think I just caught a sniff of the quail, so I'm distracted again. It's hard to not be distracted. Oh, there's some packages available now in the first part of the year to get you to come to the resort and do things. There's one package that's book 2 nights and get $100 in what would they call it? They'll give you $100 back to spend here on the property, so that would definitely buy you dinner. I had great sausage jalapeno kolaches this morning to start the day before I went out golfing. No, it's just unbelievable. Highly recommend this place. Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell? Oh, fun. We're halfway through the show. We're going to start talking specifically about golf. Golf course here is in Blackjack's Crossing, and it's a brand new golf course. The old golf course washed away 3 years ago in the 100-year flood that's been coming for 10 years. So me and my buddy Brent had a big laugh about that today, and he showed me where the golf course was. It's in one of the lower legs that just barely sits above the Rio Grande River, and it was pretty funny that the golf course used to be there. It makes really, really good desert now that that's over with. This new golf course was designed and built by Lanny Watkins, so I love that. He was a Texan. We're keeping in Texas just like we always do. That's our theme here. So Lanny Watkins, it looks like he did just a tremendous job to me. I spent a few minutes over the driving range this morning, getting warmed up, and I got off to a really, really good start. I'll probably put how I scored and whatnot on Twitter. If you can, please follow me on Twitter. I'm at Silver Star Golf, @ Silver Star Golf on Twitter. I'll put a lot more details about me and how I want the video on that. Again, we're not going to be able to talk about everything in just 30 minutes. I describe the golf as being both mountainous and desert. So maybe it's desert mountain golf. The first 3 or 4 holes are pretty much desert golf and kind of lay out there right in front of you. And then after about hole number 5, you start working your way up into the bottoms of the mountains, the foothills of the mountains. And so it's a little bit more mountainous there. A few shots play uphill, and you take an extra club or 2. Right off the bat, there's a great par 3. It's followed by a par 5. And I loved it today. So I made a birdie today. We had the birdie fest going for a few holes. When you get over to number 7, it really starts to get scenic at that point. Gorgeous golf hole. The first one with a real elevated tee box. There was a slightly elevated tee box on the hole before. You get to 7, and it's just like it was described to me. You say, wow, you hit your tee shot, you play a great golf hole, and when you get to the next hole, you say, wow, again, and you say it louder and harder. I mean, it's just unbelievable the views from some of these tee boxes, and being able to hit such a golf shot off of these elevated tee boxes, see the ball fly, and I will tell you, one of the problems here is it's hard to concentrate on the golf. These mountains and plateaus around the place are so pretty that it has the tendency to take your attention away from the golf and just take in the beauty. We're having a heck of a sunset right now, and I just wish you were here to see it. Again, I'm going to portray part of it if I was, but it doesn't do it justice. Lanny Watkinson did a heck of a job laying out the golf course. The P goes through the middle holes, I'd say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are just awesome. By that time, you're making a U-turn, you're starting to play down the side of the mountains. So it gets a little easier in a way. The ball's under more period to it, even after it rolls. But again, still great elevation changes. And then number 17 is a pretty interesting par 3. And then number 18 is a long par 5. And it ends kind of by some historic Mexican ruins not any place that I know of in Texas that has golf like this, and has a golf course is so spectacular as this. It reminds me a lot of some of the golf there around Mesquite. There's a couple of holes that you can say, okay, they just trying to emulate some of the golf there at Wolf Creek there in Mesquite a lot, and it's different, but it's beautiful and striking, and you need to come play it. So let me give you some details about that. Ruffin Moore is the director of golf here at Lajitas Golf Resort. He's the person you need to call if you're trying to do something with a group, a large group, and you have some special needs. He said if you have a group that's the right size, we'll send Jeeps to Alpine to pick you up off the train. There's people, it's pretty common for people to fly to Midland and then rent a car. It's not that far from San Antonio. As the crow flies, you've got to put in a little bit of time. But you'll see a lot of pretty desert, and you'll see a lot of Texas. It's beautiful. You've never have seen before, unless you've been out to Big Bend. If you're from Big Bend, you know what I'm talking about. But the golf course is still so striking, it'll still resonate with you. So Ruffin, I'll give his contact details just here in a second. Laura Chapman's his assistant. She can help you organize. She can answer questions. She can look at dates for you if you wanted to have a tournament here or have some kind of special event. They have a great facility for dining, either to start the golf tournament or afterwards or both. And there's nothing lacking at all. I will say one of the most interesting things I ran into was near the golf course. The pro shop there is the old trading post, and they say it's the core and base of Lajitas. It was there first. It was the reason there was commerce and anything going on there, and here in Lajitas. And both some of the settlers here in the area would come to the trade post and buy things and trade for things. And of course, some of the Mexicans were coming across the river and they were doing the same thing. And so it's the core. They showed me a photograph today of Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson and his band set up on the front porch of the trading post before it was the pro shop for the golf course. And of course, played a concert right there for the Lajitas people. I'm sure there's been some tourists came to town to watch Willie Nelson concert. Hopefully we can schedule some kind of Willie Nelson tournament. I'd like to be a player in that. That'd be so much fun. Everybody here in Lajitas would be looking forward to it. And it would be quite a hoot. And of course, Willie's been playing a little golf. One of my favorite sayings is, of course, Willie Nelson owns his own golf course right there outside of Austin, the Pedernales Country Club. And Willie Nelson's got two good golf quotes that all of us need to know. If you're a Texan and you play golf, you need to know these. Willie says there can't be more than 12 people in a foursome. No matter what, 12 people's the limit on a foursome, especially his golf course. The other thing is, he says it's really to pick up a golf ball before it gets rolling. So if you're ever playing on the beauty and the balls are flying at you from each direction, well, let it come to a rest before you pick it up and somebody claims it was undefeated law. Oh, let me talk about Brent. Brent's my buddy that fixed me up on the golf cart today. So he gave me some of the history of the golf course and the Lajitas himself. And really interesting character. Did a great job of getting me oriented. Put a little swing loom, nudge. Put a little swing loom in the cooler for me for if you got cold up there on the mountain. All my buddies that are listening in Connecticut, Wisconsin, and New Jersey, it was 65 degrees here. I didn't really get sunburned, but I got a little bit of tan. It was gorgeous. It was just gorgeous here today. So please come to Texas and play some golf. And there's people like Brent who will fix up the swing loop in the cooler. He still be an extra golf ball, sleeve of golf balls in case I needed. He didn't know I was kind of used to playing desert golf, so he's trying to help me. He had a great amount of information and background here. Fixed me up with Nike golf clubs, so that was pretty interesting. Played with Nike golf clubs. I did play my Penta, taking my Penta TP golf balls and brought those with me because I love it the way they spin. I needed it here today. I needed and the greens are so fast, at this time they're still hard, they're immature. The whole golf course is only a little bit over a year old, so the fairways are still growing in, and the greens are mature. There's a lot going on, but we need nature to participate. We need a real mild winter, and we need lots of good sucker rains. They're going to grow some grass and mature. Anyway, about the greens, there's a lot of undulation on the greens. They are not crazy undulating like what we saw at the Chase and Cody Springs, but there is a lot of undulation by Texas standards. So by playing my Pinta TP, they spin like a drunk engine. I don't know if I told you that or not. That's probably not politically correct, but they spin. They spin like crazy. That was the beauty of all this, playing with a rented set of clubs. I was able to take dead aim and hit it right at the flag. And even though the greens were a little hard, it'd take one big hop, and then after that it'd come to a stop. It left me in good shape. I chipped in early. I think hole number 4, hole number 5, I chipped in for a birdie. That got the momentum going, and I played with a lot of both enthusiasm and conviction, I guess you'd say that. I wasn't scared of any of the golf, even from the elevated tee boxes. It's just rare back and grip it, and love it to death. So, gosh, I got busy talking about my golf instead of golf. That happens. It's my golf shows. I'm teeing off at 8 in the morning for round number 2. So if anybody can join me, I'll drive to Midland and pick you up, or I'll drive to Alpine and pick you up. But it'll be after my quail here in a very nice place to go on. Call or send email, I can pick you up. Let's give some of the details here where you can contact the people here at Lajitas Resort. Laura Chapman, you can send Laura an email at laurachapman@lajitasgolfresort.com, and we have about the same number for her and Ruffin. Ruffin does emails, that's one of the things. He's R. Moore, M-O-O-R-E at lajitasgolfresort.com. The phone number here at Lajitas Golf Resort is here's a toll-free number for you, 877-525-4827, and you want to ask for extension 5084 and speak with Ruffin. He'd be glad to help you out with any special needs you have, set you up with a group, set you up as a tournament. Maybe you want to land in a helicopter right by the golf course and play golf. All of that can be arranged. That's the kind of thing that can be accomplished. There's not very many limits. It's one of the most fun golfing things you probably could do. If you want to know more, of course, you can always search for Silver Star Golf, Silver Star Marketing. I'm going to be putting up those photos. I basically want you to see them. I don't want you to miss them. But in the meantime, you can also find out more by going to lajitasgolfresort.com. I rarely plug anybody besides myself on the radio, but what the heck. This is kind of a special deal. It's where the road ends and a great golf experience begins. You're going to find character. One of the reasons I like golf so much is because character is involved. So golf in itself is character. It has character and builds character. And then when you come out and experience some of these golf things, well, luckily you're going to find some characters out here. Ruffin and Brent and Laura, they were all great to visit with today. I just told you just a little bit about the pro shop there because there's so much going on. There's actually a wing of the pro shop that is the Longhorn Museum. And there's a full stuffed, beautiful Longhorn within that. And then there's probably 200 or 300 sets of Longhorns mounted on the wall. There's a history of the Longhorns and how important they were in Texas and how important they were in being available out here. The land is so rugged. If you're a golfer and you think you're ready for this, the best thing you need to do is try to strike a match on your eye. If you can strike a match on your eye, you're tough enough to come out here and play. So you should give it a go. Anyway, those Longhorns were tough. They survived out here until they did their role. But when somebody needed to eat a ribeye or another bitch you cut them equal, they served their purpose. But Longhorns were tough enough to serve that purpose, and we respect them for that. That's pretty much much all I've got for this week. I mean, I could go on and on, but you got to see it, and you got to come play it. It's not doing the injustice to describe it to you otherwise. We're going to take the week off next week for Christmas, and then, of course, the next week we're going to do a best of, and, of course, we'll be talking a lot about Lajitas golf, and that is one of the highlights of the year. I may try to narrow things down and focus in 2012, and I may just try to promote, help people go here. And then if you've got to gamble and play golf, I'm going to spend this part of next year getting you to go out and chase at Connie Springs to play golf. So I hope you have a great week and come play golf.